Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
And I'm Sam.
And today we're reviewing Maker's Mark Cask Strength.
Alrighty, so Maker's Mark Cask Strength. This is one I've been really excited about. So excited that I'm almost halfway through. I think I've had
You've had
2 glasses of this. Yeah, so Cask Strength. This is batch number 17-01. I'm not even sure what that refers to, whether it's a date or an actual number of bottles. Anyway, this is 6-year-old, just Maker's Mark, regular Maker's Mark. It's at Cask Strength, which for this one is 55.45% alcohol ABV or 110.9 proof. Yep. So it's pretty hefty, but it's not stag up there. You know, it's not like 66, but it's still good. It still shines through. It's basically, to me, Maker's Mark, except just like cranked up, like those. But except it's cranked up in the notes that you wanted. Like there's some notes in Maker's that I'm not too fond of. That kind of weird maltiness, and there's some kind of, I don't know, it's like mildewy old barrel that shouldn't have been used kind of thing. But none of that's there in this. This is just all the good parts.
These notes are so good.
Yeah. It's another cherry bomb. It's kind of been back-to-back cherry bombs.
Yeah. Back to back, really.
Yeah, cherry bomb, brown sugar.
Spices.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Like,
a little bit of black pepper.
Yeah, just a touch though.
Touch of cinnamon.
There's kind of like this
star anise.
There's kind of like that charcoaliness as well.
Yeah.
Not like it's been filtered, but kind of like there's, I don't know, it's this weird kind of.
No, I see it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. It smells pretty typical bourbon. It's got typical notes. It's not really hitting me with anything kind of wild or different. It's kind of hard to tell with Cask Strengths. Often if it's a bourbon that has, you know, some pretty cool notes, they'll shine through more so with Cask Strength the higher you go. But with a pretty cut and dry, regular, straight arid bourbon that this is, it doesn't bring anything new out. It just kind of like intensifies the notes that are already there.
It's a few dark fruits as well in the nose.
Oh, the taste is where this shines. This is the best one we've had all night.
Oh.
I don't even know how to describe that.
It's so sweet. It's sweet.
It's so potent.
But it hits you. Potent.
It's like,
sweet.
it's just the, I don't know.
And it hits you like a truck.
It's like often you'll find that flavor, like potency, translates to alcohol, to ABV. So the higher you get, the more potent it gets. Lightly, this one is like every point they cranked up, they also cranked up in taste, not just alcohol. Like it is right there. I don't know. It's just a really dense, thick, potent flavor.
Coming off that, normally when you have a high ABV whiskey, you can taste the alcohol in it. In this, there is no alcohol.
That's what I mean. It's just the flavor. It's like they turned up the alcohol, but the flavor was right there with the alcohol. It wasn't just like the alcohol was ahead and the flavor lagged behind a bit.
This doesn't taste like a nearly 60% whiskey.
No.
This tastes like how Maker's Mark should be.
Yeah, it does. It's a shame though, because this is well and truly sold out.
How much was that? 130, I'd say? What would it be?
Okay, so sorry, yeah, I do remember. It's from Nick's Wine Merchants in Melbourne, and it was 125 on special. It was down from like 170, 180. Yes, exactly. But it's sold out from what I can tell, where I've looked at, it's sold out anyway. So I'm not sure. I don't know how often they come out with their Cask Strength releases. It's not like a standard thing that's just always available.
Wish it was.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm going to try and back off this and buy a couple more whiskies to encourage me to stay away from this, so we can just kind of we can savour it a bit longer. I should reseal it. That'll teach me.
Yeah, melt the whiskey back down.
Yeah, on the palate. On the It's just like, again, cherry bomb. It's got a tiny bit of citrus. Heavy caramelized apples.
Ooh. I've got a little bit of a buttery lingering note.
Mad cherry bomb.
Spices on the taste as well.
It's kind of hard to describe why we like this so much. Like, it is still classic bourbon. I don't know, it just must be the potency. It's definitely a cherry bomb.
Yeah.
Caramelized apple, bit of cinnamon, bit of cloves. I don't know.
There's a lot of dark fruit, I find.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I think that's what I really like. They're like stewed dark fruits.
Yeah.
Like in port or something like that.
It's like the difference between like a sherried and non-sherried Speyside. Like it's like sherry. It's got that like deep dark fruitiness kind of going on.
A little bit of chocolate as well on the aftertaste.
Yeah, like some cocoa powder.
If you let it sit. Yeah. After all that alcohol's worn off in your mouth, you get sweet vanilla notes, a little bit of caramel.
Actually, I'm getting a little bit of an ethanol-y kind of flavour. Actually, no, it's not. It's not like cheap ethanol flavour. It's different. It's just kind of got this kind of.
It tastes like it's meant to be there. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It tastes like it's meant to be there. It's not offensive.
It's worked into the whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's a beautiful whiskey. I'm sorry if it's sold out where you are, because it is very nice. If you can get your hands on it, I would recommend trying it. But also at the same time, price-wise, if it's not on special, we got pretty lucky. It's kind of hard to recommend, especially in Australia. I'm assuming that even in America it'll probably be still expensive, but not inaccessible at all.
I think 80, 90 USD.
I think at 180 Australian, that is pretty inaccessible for a fair few people. I wouldn't have gone for it if it wasn't on special. So
tasting it, I probably would, to be honest.
Yeah, but you don't know until you do taste it. You gotta pull the trigger, you know. I don't know.
I mean, you guys probably know by now we like high proof bourbons.
Yeah, it's our thing.
If you're not into that, you probably won't like it.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend spending this if you're not into high proof. Unless
you definitely get that alcohol.
Unless you're unless you're like in love with makers and you want to try high proof, this is probably a good thing to do, because it's not stag level, it's not stag flavors, and it's definitely not stag alcohol content.
It's how you use it. It's just makers cranked up.
It's just makers cranked up. So if makers is your thing and you want to try and raise the proof, then yes, buy this. But also, by the time this goes up, I'll be surprised if it's still available in most places anyway, just because of the limited nature of Cask Strength releases.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you very much for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. If you liked it, do leave us a like. If you want to see future videos, sub to us. Link to our socials are below. Check out our Instagram. We interact a fair bit on that one. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Spicy.